coming into tonight's event. He has an 84-point lead over Air Force Ashton Winger out of Hampton, Georgia in the 12 car, as he will be trying to stay in the hunt, so to speak. Sam Seawright, third. He's 96 points back, still with a mathematical chance of being in that championship hunt. As the cars begin to roll out for hot laps, Zach Mitchell is fourth in the point standings, 118 points back. So he's in a battle for that second spot with Winger and Seawright. Before we go down the rest of the points list, let's take it to the pit area with the third member of our broadcast team, Nathan Waddell. Nathan, what do you got down there?
Down here at the entrance to turn 1 here at I-75, the track is looking pretty tacky. Hayden Cardwell told me that it could be up towards track record speed. Looking very, very smooth. They're expecting it to be a good racing surface for tonight.
Thank you, Nathan. And, you know, it's no better water truck is out there than Mother Nature. And we had some rain overnight. And, of course, we had practice last night, so the track was sealed in. Mother Nature did the rest of the work, and we have got a smooth, tacky racetrack tonight. So we're looking for good things tonight as the first group rolls out on the speedway for hot laps for the Hunt the Front Super Dirt Series. We'll have 6 groups of hot laps tonight. 27 cars entered tonight. There's the 26 car, Glenn Powell out of Nixa, Missouri. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. There's the guy to watch tonight in car number 23. He practically owns this place. He's from right down the road in Loudon, Tennessee. We're talking about Corey Hedgecock in car number 23, as he has made for his name for himself on the National Late Model Tour. There's the 29H, a Christian Hanger out of Winchester, Tennessee, as he rolls out in Group 1 for hot laps. There's car number 19. That's the Reaper, Ryan Gustin out of Marshalltown, Iowa. So he's in the house tonight. Many of the top drivers in the country are here tonight. They'll race for $10,000 to win tonight. Tomorrow night, it's $20,000 to win. There's one of our ATC Bolts Rookie of the Year candidates, Caden Mullinex out of Birmingham, Alabama. He's currently 9th in the point standings as he is battling with Jackson Hayes in the 388 car out of Ocala, Florida, who's 8th in the standings as they battle for those Rookie of the Year points. Continuing to look down that point standings, Joseph Joyner out of Milton, Florida in the 10 car. He's 5th in the point standings. And 6th is Josh Putnam in the 212 car out of Florence, Alabama. He was here last night for practice, but he got an urgent phone call to head for home. So he hurried back to Florence, Alabama, got there in time as his wife gave birth this morning to their son. He passed tech at 8 pounds and 5 ounces. So mom and the baby are doing good. So Josh will be on his way back here to I-75 tomorrow night. So our congratulations to the Putnam family with the birth of their son. I didn't even catch the boy's name. Everything kind of happened here right at the last minute. So we'll try to get some more information on that and pass it on to you. Group 2 coming out on the speedway. Tommy, good to have you with us. Group 2 coming out.
Absolutely fantastic to be back here at I-75. My first time back in almost 5 years, and they've actually reconfigured the track since the last time I've been here, man. This track is really, really beautiful here, out here at Sweetwater, Tennessee.
Looks a little bigger as they go green in the 44 car. John Owenby out of Cleveland, Tennessee, one of the local favorites. He knows his way around I-75 Speedway. Here's a blast from the past, the 201 car. That's being driven by Glenn Vanover out of Harriman, Tennessee, as he moves into that super late model division. The 79 car will be Donald McIntosh out of Dawsonville, Georgia. He'll be one to watch tonight. There's car number 5 out on the speedway, the C5, the David Crabtree out of Maryville, Tennessee. Another top name here in the local circuit, Zach Mitchell. Got 3 wins this season on the Hunt the Front Super Dirt Series Tour, 4th in the point standings. He's out of Honoree, South Carolina in the 57 car.
Your most recent winner with the Talladega Short Track with the Hunt the Front Super Dirt Series. Also, Cade Lowdy out there in the 126 car, setting quick time in that hot lap group 13.536, his best time around the speedway.
So Group 2, that's 2 of 5 headed back to the pit area. Make way for Group number 3 in Dirt Draft Hot Laps. Got a free look in for you if you're watching on the internet on huntthefront.tv or Hunt the Front Super Late Model Series. Also on Facebook. Also on YouTube as the next group. Group 3 comes out. Car number 83 out of Johnson City, Tennessee. Jensen Ford in the TNT Race Cars house car.
And the 59 car, that'll be Dillard Hatchett out of Cornersville, Tennessee, rolling around the speedway. Car number 59, Dillard Hatchett.
Any relation to Molly Hatchett? There's the National Dirt Late Model Hall of Fame inductee, Mac Daddy Dale McDowell out of Chickamauga, Georgia, in that familiar 17M Bloomquist race car, Team Zero entry with the Easy Go sponsorship.
That Shane McDowell 17M machine, joining the Dirt Late Model Hall of Fame. Congratulations on that, by the way, Roby, getting inducted since the last time we've joined together.
Well, thank you very much. It's an honor, and I'm humbled to be in with such a group of Hall of Famers in Dirt Late Model action. The 15 was Noah Phillips out of Sevierville, Tennessee. The 29, Larry Grube out of Malden, South Carolina.
Dirt Draft Hot Laps rolling around the speedway. That'll be the 7 car, Ricky Weiss, the Canadian driver, handling Manitoba out there on the speedway. And the Dryday number 7 machine.
They probably got snow on the ground there already. Absolutely.
It's definitely cold enough. There you see Jensen Ford on the speedway right now. Quickest time on the speedway. And as I say that, Dale McDowell goes to the top of the leaderboard, 13.568. So Ford back to second. Here we go back again. Ford back to the top of the leaderboard.
We're going to see that all night tonight. This track is fast here at I-75 Raceway tonight. As just like that, group number 3 finishes up their hot lap session. Now group 4 rolling out. Pit area located off behind turns 1 and 2. Here at I-75 Raceway, the cars will exit the speedway, going off into turn number 1. They'll come on the speedway over in turn number 2. And if you get a wide shot, you'll notice a long gap between where they come out of the pit area and onto the racetrack. That white wall that you see around the outside of the track, if we can get a wide shot of that, that was the original racetrack here at I-75 Raceway. When this track was first built in the mid-90s, it was supposed to be a 5/8 to 3/4 mile high banked oval. They had 2 races here, and the driver said, man, this place is just too fast. And that was before they even tried sprint cars on it. So they made the smaller track in the infield, and it's remained running on the smaller track ever since. It's been off and on, closed off, built back again. Like you said, Tommy, different configurations. But right now, I think they've hit on something good here at I-75 Raceway. 3/8 of a mile around this racetrack.
Yeah, very smooth and fast around so far here in the hot lap session. There you see the Thrill Vic Hill right there on the screen in the 1 machine at Mosheim, Tennessee. Getting ready for their Dirt Draft Hot Laps. Trey Mills in the 14 JR to St. Augustine, Florida. The Mills Concrete Black Diamond rolling around the speedway.
Trey Mills currently 7th in the point standings. Car number 54 will be Garrett Williams out of Kennesaw, Georgia. Frequent flyer at Dixie Speedway down in Woodstock, Georgia. 157 for Mikey Marler out of Winfield, Tennessee. He'll be one to watch tonight.
And the Hunt Front, the Toyota Tractors, number 10 machine at Milton, Florida. That'll be Joseph Joyner in car number 10 out there on the speedway.
Joseph Joyner currently 5th in the Hunt the Front Super Dirt Series national point standings. There's car number 2 on the speedway.
Well, your fastest in hot laps right now.
Stormy Scott. He's out of La Cruces, New Mexico. Sorry about that.
13:54. Stormy fastest on the hot lap session right now. And that'll wrap it up for Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 4. We're going to have another wave roll out onto the speedway, Roby.
So 29 entries tonight. So our fifth and final group rolling on the speedway. Drivers from 9 different states represented here tonight with the Hunt the Front Super Dirt Series and 1 province of Canada.
Absolutely awesome.
There's the 16 car. Sam Seawright, Fort Payne, Alabama. He is currently 3rd in the point standings. He's in a battle with Ashton Winger for that 2nd spot.
Actually, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th only separated by 34 points. So $25,000 going to 2nd in the standings here this weekend. So 2nd still very much up for grabs. $25,000 on the line for 2nd in the standings. Going to be a lot of fun to watch. Fellow Mississippi driver Spencer Hughes out of Meridian, Mississippi, rolling around the speedway in the 19M machine, the JCM Motorsports number 19M.
And there's the aforementioned Ashton Winger, Air Force Ashton Winger out of Hampton, Georgia, car number 12. Currently 2nd in the point standings, just 84 points behind the point leader, Big Sexty, Brandon Overton. As we go green in our 5th and final hot lap session, there's the B00, Josh Henry out of Newport, Tennessee. And there's the man trying to clinch the title here this weekend. Car number 76 for Big Sexy, Brandon Overton out of Evans, Georgia. Got him a pair of wins this year. In fact, he took a win here. I believe it was a World Outlaws race earlier this year. So he knows his way around I-75 Raceway. He'll be one to watch this weekend, driving that Muscle Factory Wells Motorsports number 76.
A lot of heavy hitters in the house with the Hunt Front Super Dirt Series here this weekend. Going to be a lot of fun to watch as the hot lap session wrapping up. Sam Seawright to the top of the leaderboard. One of the quickest times I do believe we've seen, 13:135 around the speedway. So Slamming Sammy getting the job done early on.
I think by the time we get this place rolled in, we're going to be looking at the 12s. Speaking of 12s and 11s and 10s, coming up next, we're going to take the speed dial and turn it up a few notches.
Turn it up just a little bit. The USCS Outlaw Thunder Tour getting ready to roll out onto the speedway for their hot lap session. Got 16 USCS Outlaw Thunder Tour drivers signed in for the weekend. Going to have a couple of waves of hot laps. Each driver should hot lap in their heat racing order. Passing points will be the name of the game later on this evening. The more drivers you pass in your heat race, the better your chances of starting towards the front in tonight's main event. The top 6 will run in the Hoosier Tires Speed Dash, which will determine the top 6 starting spots of the main event later on this evening.
And the Hunt the Front Super Dirt Series, they'll be back in a few minutes. They will go into their My Race Pass qualifying. They will qualify tonight. It pays $10,000 to win, so we will be heat racing tonight. They'll be qualifying for their starting spots in one of 4 heat races tonight. And we'll take, I believe, the top 4 out of each heat. We'll transfer into the main event. Then we will have 2 last chance qualifying races to fill in starting spots 17 through 22 with 2 provisionals tonight for the Hunt the Front Super Dirt Series. So here come the Winged Outlaw Sprint cars. And if you see the four-wheelers and side-by-sides behind them, if this is the first time you've ever seen Winged Outlaw Sprint cars, these are raw race cars. They go back to the beginning of the automobile. These cars do not have starters, clutches, or transmissions. They have one gear, and that's go. They put the car in gear. They push it off. The driver waits for the oil pressure to come up. They hit the ignition switch. The magneto sends the fire to the engine, and then they are on their own. So they are idling right now, and boy, when you hit that loud pedal and release that 900 horsepower underneath the hood, that's something else. There's the 28 car Jeff Willingham out of Ripley, Mississippi. Before that, we saw the 10M, the Queen of the Wings, Morgan Turpin having her out of Gallatin, Tennessee, and there is a National Sprint Car Hall of Fame inductee looking for his 16th championship here this weekend out of Bartlett, Tennessee, the Bartlett Bullet, Terry Gray and Tommy Rowe. You've seen these guys a lot over the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, Terry, he's been the man, with the USCS Outlaw Thunder Tour. He's got 2 wins this season. He's got 98 all-time, so 2 more away from 100 for the Bartlett Bullet, Terry Gray. Looking to clinch his 16th USCS National Championship. He's got over 40 USCS titles, including all the regional series titles as well. Absolutely unbelievable. For the Hall of Fame. We got 2 Hall of Famers in the house with us here this evening. You see the 13 Extra Machine out of Denham Springs, Louisiana. That'll be Jake Brashear. The TK Construction number 13X entry finished 2nd with the ASCS Hurricane Super Sprints in the standings in 2024. making the long haul up from Louisiana.
I believe the USCS Sprint Car is represented by, I think, 8 different states here this weekend. I mean, we've got an entry, 13, and 8 of them are from different states.
There you go, the G5 right there, Gunnar Sester. He'll come to us out of Columbus, Indiana, the 15-year-old driver in the Midwest Tube Mills. Sester Fabricating, professional concrete number 5 G5, rolling around the speedway. And the 16, she'll also come to us out of Nesbitt, Mississippi, one of 2 ladies competing with us here tonight. She's currently leading the USCS Rookie of the Year standings in the K9 Consultant number 16. That'll be Miss Hannah Merritt. And the 71H entry out of Lima, Ohio. Smith Motorsports number 71H. That'll be Mad Max Stambaugh in 71.
Max Stambaugh took a pair of wins here earlier this year in the spring races for the USCS here at I-75 Raceway. So once again, we are having the Dirt Draft Hot Laps where it's fantasy teams that you can play along for prizes during the course of the year. You can pick your favorite driver in each division, and you get, I think, $100,000, I think, to play with of play money and build your team.
Yeah, go pick your team out tonight. You got a great group of drivers, great field to choose from here this evening in both the late models and the sprint cars. So DirtDraft.com, go get your team, get them built up here tonight before the races get started. Still got plenty of time out there on the racetrack to make that happen. So DirtDraft.com, get signed up for it and get to playing here tonight. Compete with your friends. It'll be a lot of fun. And you see the Ripley Rooster, Jeff Willingham, right there on your screen. Multi-time USCS runner-up, was 2012 USCS Rookie of the Year. Currently sitting second in the standings once again with the USCS Outlaw Thunder Tour, the Ripley Rooster. The low-weight seating in air number 28 machine rolling around the speedway as hot lap session number 1 coming to a conclusion, and we'll get ready to push out wave number 2. And the first driver out there on the speedway, another one of those drivers from a different state, like you said, in the 34 car. He'll come to us out of Tempe, Arizona, in the DRC Chassis Motor State Distribution is number 34. That'll be Sterling Kling in car number 34. And right behind him, another Hall of Famer out there on the speedway. He'll come to us out of Altoona, Iowa, in the DeBerg Concrete. Number 24, that'll be T-Mac Terry McCarl in car number 24, 7-time Knoxville 410 track champion. 5-time Knoxville 360 Nationals winner. Also 8-time Houston Speedway 410 track champion as well for T-Mac Terry McCarl. Over 300 career wins to his credit. 2017 National Sprint Car Hall of Fame inductee. And right behind him in car number 44 out of Ankeny, Iowa, the C&D Elevator Construction number 44. That'll be Chris Martin in the 44 car. Picked up a big win down to Deep South Speedway last Saturday night. The 00 entry out of Zephyrus Hills, Florida, and the Jeff's Electric number 00. That'll be PJ Rudeman. And right beside him out of Fenton, Michigan, it'll be Steve Irwin, not the Crocodile Hunter, but Steve Irwin in the 01 car. Rolling over in the back straightaway, waiting to be pushed off.
And we also saw the 2 car, Ricky Peterson out of Rawson, Ohio. And P.J. Rudeman. We got a lot of second, third, and fourth generation drivers here. Of course, Terry McCarl, a second generation driver. His dad, Leonard McCarl, a well-known car builder from Iowa. And I believe that Terry's son also racing and has picked up some wins in 360 action.
Austin McCarl. There's also another McCarl rolling around as well. Can't quite think of the name, though. No, Austin's out there running. Terry as well.
P.J. Rudeman, a fourth-generation Rudeman. Of course, the second-generation Rudemans you probably have heard of. Buzzy Rudeman, who is still racing well into his 80s, and Wayne Rudeman. P.J. Rudeman's dad is Wayne Rudeman Jr., and they call him Pookie, and they say that P.J. stands for Pookie Jr.
There you go.
So your fourth-generation Rudeman out on the speedway in the 00 car. Lance Moss scheduled to be out there in car number 23 out of Cherryville, North Carolina, as I believe he's a top 3 driver in USCS points coming into this weekend.
And not making the call, Lance Moss in the 24. I believe Dale Howard, late arrival here this evening, going to be pushing his way out to the racetrack here in just a moment. I think Dale actually just got to the racetrack maybe less than 20 or 30 minutes ago and unloaded, and he'll come straight to hot laps. Well, by hell, you bullet. Had a 6-hour drive just like myself, and he stays right down the road from me. in Byhalia, Mississippi. So 6-hour drive himself to get here.
Part of that big Howard clan down there in Byhalia and Nesbitt, Mississippi, in that area.
That is a big family faction right there. I'll tell you what, that Howard family tree will go on forever.
So this is our second group of USCS sprint cars. They'll be coming up to speed here shortly. And once they get done, we'll bail out of here and turn it over to Thomas Montgomery. He's got 4 local divisions. It'll be coming out for hot laps. Then we'll get into My Race Pass qualifying for the Hunt the Front Super Dirt Series. And no qualifying for the USCS. They draw for their positions in a heat race. They run by passing points. Explain that to us, Tommy.
Well, basically, the passing points is the name of the game. So if you start on the front row, you start first, you finish first, you'll gain 100 points. There's no points to gain, but there's oh so many points to lose. If you start first and maybe finish second, you'll lose points. But if you start fifth and you work your way up to first, well, you're actually going to make more points than the guy who started on the pole and won the race. So plenty of opportunities to get points in and make your way towards the front. Top 6 drivers in the passing points will transfer over to the Hoosier Tire Speed Dash, where they'll actually race for the pole later on this evening.
And they draw again for their starting spot in that dash.
Yeah,
so that makes it exciting.
They'll actually draw right here on the front straightaway in front of the fans. They'll be in their cars, and track officials walk up to each driver, hand them with the bucket, and they'll draw the number, and that's where they'll start from in the dash. So pretty intriguing all the way around.
That's kind of the same thing that we do in a way with the we have the Jericho transmission transfer draw for the Hunt the Front Super Dirt Series. Each heat race winner will reach into a bag, and there's a gear in there from Jericho Transmissions numbered 1 through 4. So whichever number they pull out, that's where they'll start the main event in those top 4 starting spots.
Absolutely, very similar to that. And there you see the 47 car of Dale Howard out of Byhalia, Mississippi, 2020 and 21. USCS Mid-South Regional Series champion. Currently 10th all-time with the series with 27 career wins to his credit. In car number 47, the Dale Howard Construction Quality Roof Seamers Mach 1, the Byhalia Bullet.
Picking up the pace, and the green flag is out. Hot laps underway for Group 2 for the United Sprint Car Series, the USCS Winged Outlaw Sprint Cars.
You see Max Sandball, the fastest in the first hot lap session, 12.679 around the speedway. So like you said, we're going to pick up the pace, get a little bit faster with the sprint cars, and expect them to pick up the pace even more. This track going to get faster and faster as it goes on.
Dale Howard flirting with the 12-second. There we go. We got Chris Martin in the 12s at 12.937 and 1. Stalled on the speedway.
I mean, Sterling Kling, I do believe he got down to the infield.
He's looking down at the left side of the car. Got down in the infield, so he's out of harm's way.
Only one driver right now breaking into the 12-second bracket. That is Chris Martin. Dale Howard, Terry McCall right there with him here in the hot lap session. But this just kind of getting you prepared for the night. You know, Dale Howard just got here 20 minutes ago, so he has no idea what to even set his car up for. And currently second in the hot lap session, so not too shabby himself. Terry McCall sitting third. And that'll wrap it up for our USCS hot lap session, Roby. We'll get ready to come back with Hunt the Front Super Dirt Series qualifying in just a little bit. But until then, Thomas Montgomery going to bring you the local divisions.
All right, we're going to turn it over to Thomas Montgomery, and we'll get out of his way. And we'll be back in just a few minutes with My Race Pass qualifying for the Hunt the Front Super Dirt Series.
All right. Thank you for coming out, ladies and gentlemen. We are ready here at I-75 Raceway. Hot lap qualifying for our front-wheel drives here tonight. 602's your next. 602 late models. You're next. Make your way to staging, please. Hot lap qualifying for all our local divisions here at I-75 Raceway. Didn't get a chance to, but now I'd like to say congratulations to Roby Helm on his Hall of Fame entrance. Good job, Roby. Known Roby for a while. He's a good guy. But we got some front-wheel drive here. Got some good cars here. Dustin Duncan in the 21 car. There's the 11 of Dakota Lamping. There is Dustin Duncan. The B56 car out on the racetrack. That is Brandon Porstner. He comes to us out of Niota here in the Sweetwater Valley. The number 6 car, that is Jack Gresham out of Decatur, Tennessee. Once again, hot lap qualifying for our front-wheel drive division. As right now, Dustin Duncan, your fast qualifier with an 18.254, 18254 as he goes up in smoke down the front straightaway. There's the 26 car on the racetrack. That is Michael Lambert. There's Dustin Duncan. One of the top hot shoes in the area in the front-wheel drive division, having some problems early on here tonight. Dakota Lamping second quick in qualifying with an 18.352, 18352. Dustin Duncan's second lap time, 18.101, 18101. Jack Gresham third with an 18.420. Brandon Porstner with an 18.792. Michael Lambert in a 26 car with an 18.836. And Trent Lee is your sixth quick qualifier with a 19.891. We are now ready for 602 late model hot lap qualifying, as I believe we have 22 of the 602 late model hot lap qualifiers. As you see them coming down the chute for their hot lap qualifying here tonight. Track officials going around the racetrack, make sure there's no oil on the racetrack, or minimally. You can see the oil on the racetrack down the front straightaway. But we got our 602 guys coming out for the first group of 602 guys coming out for their hot lap qualifying. Good crowd on hand here at I-75 Raceway. Good to see everybody in the stands. Good to be in East Tennessee myself. Been down in Alabama for the last 4 years. I'm glad to finally be back in East Tennessee. Some of the best racing anywhere here in East Tennessee. And it sure is great to be here on Hunt the Front TV and with Roby and Tommy. And those guys are two of the best in the business, and good to be on here with you guys here on TV and here in the stands. As you see, the 602 car is going to come down the stretch right now, down the back stretch. Looks like we're going to qualify 6 at a time. Right there is the number 71 car. '71 car, that is Kane Newby out of McMinnville, Tennessee. Behind him, the 78 car. That is Skylar Delaney out of Sparta, the 34 car of Adam Earwood out of Oak Fort, Tennessee. There you see the number 9 car. Local here, one of the frequent flyers here at I-75 Raceway. That is Spencer Cranfield. And the 22 car here tonight. Out here in the first group, that is Jonathan McKenzie out of Maryville. As once again, there's the 36-9. That is John Snow out of Blairsville, Blairsville, Georgia. As we are right now, green flag waving, fixing to wave in the air. We're going all out qualifying with our 602 late models. As you see, Kane Newby on the racetrack for his qualifying out of McMinnville, Tennessee. As right now, he has the fastest lap out of the three. 78 of Austin. Skylar Delaney in the 78 car. He is right now in the fourth position as Kane Newby still your fast time. Spencer Cranfield second. Bo Morehouse in the R22 car. John Snow in the 369. Skylar Delaney in the 78. And Adam Airwood in the 34 car in that order so far. As you see the checker flag waving in the air. As we are done with the first group of hot lap qualifying with our 602 division. So after the first group has hot lap qualified, Kane Newby, your fast time with a 15.156.15156. Spencer Cranfield second with a 15.236.15236. And third right now, Bo Morehouse in the R22 with a 15.354. Let's see if anybody can get down into the 14-second bracket as we got our next group coming out to hot lap qualify here with the 602 late models. As you see there, the pit area, as they about to come on the racetrack. G3 car, that is Dakota Green here tonight. Dakota Green, as he is here tonight in that car. Also the G2 car, that is Michael Green. Michael Green and Dakota Green in the G3 and G2 car. The 19 car, that is Michael Courtney out of Knoxville. Michael Courtney, a strong race car driver in the East Tennessee area. The 25 car, I believe that's the 25. That is David Singleton. David Singleton in the 25 cars. We're fixing to go green. Brody Littleton in the 0 car, the chosen one. Brody Littleton in that car. As we are underway for hot lap qualifying group number 2 here at I-75 Raceway. Hunt the Front weekend, USCS Sprint Car weekend here at I-75 Raceway. There's the 98 car also on the racetrack. That is Jackie Waits. Jackie Waits in the 98 car. Michael Courtney, fastest right now in this group so far. 15.355, white flag out. G3 car of Dakota Green with a 17.348 on his first lap. As he's going around, coming out of turn 4, taking lap number 2. As this group has finished hot lap qualifying, Michael Courtney fastest with a 15.355. David Singleton a 15.443. Brody Littleton a 15.451. That is your top 3 in hot lap qualifying here with the 602 late models. As we got another group coming out. As you see him coming down the chute, getting ready to hot lap qualify. There's the 45 car. As you saw him, there's the 117 car on the racetrack. That is Robert Coons. Robert Coons in the 117 car. There is the 100 car. That is Cooper Twiggs. Cooper Twiggs in the 100 car here tonight. Then we'll go to the next car. As they are fixing to throw the green flag, we are underway. Hot lap qualifying. There is the 16 car of Dawson Lowe. Dawson Lowe in the 16 car here tonight. Coming through 3 and 4 to put his car on the clock. As Dawson Lowe in the 16 car, you see him coming out of turn number 2, going down the back straightaway. There's the 31 car. That is Brady Lee. Brady Lee, I remember when he used to drive a street car, a bomber car or street class. Now in the 602 Sportsman and the 117 car. That is Samuel Beaver. I believe I got them right. We got 2 117s in here. Let's see if I can look on the timer and see and make sure I got the right one. As there's the other 117 car. Here comes the white one. That is Samuel Beaver in the 17B. There's the black 117 of Robert Coons. As your fast time in that group, Brady Lee with a 15, 3.25, 3.25. Michael Courtney, second, 15.355, 3.55. Third, David Singleton, 15.443, 4.43. Brody Littleton is fourth right now in the 0 car, 15.451, 1.5451. Dawson Lowe fifth with a 15.553. As we got another group of cars coming down onto the racetrack. There you see the 45 car. That is Brandon Cook. Brandon Cook here tonight. He was at practice last night, had a good practice. There you see the 44 car here tonight. That is Bobby Elkins. Bobby Elkins in the 44 car. As we are green, high lap qualifying for our 602 late models third group. The 22 car, Jonathan McKenzie. Jonathan McKenzie in the 22 car. The number 1 car on the racetrack. As Jonathan McKenzie taking some lap. There's the number 1 car of Junior Whitener. Junior Whitener in the number 1 car here tonight in hot lap qualifying. White flag waving in the air, so we're just about done with this group, hot lap qualifying. There's the 45 car of Brandon Cook. As Whitener in that 1 car right now, your third quick with 15.387, 1.5387. The only car in the top 5 out of this group. As the checker flag's waving in the air, Whitener in that 1 car. Like I said, he qualified third, hot lap qualified third. As your fast qualifier here tonight. Still got some more cars to come out. I believe that's it. As we're ready for another group of cars to come down the hill. Once again, your fast qualifier using my race pass, Brady Lee, 15.325. Don't have every one of them on my race pass, so I'm not sure completely. Spencer Cranfield may be up there too. Kane Newby was the fastest. I think Kane Newby was your fastest. He was in the 15.1 second bracket, and he was faster than anyone else. So Kane Newby, your fast qualifier here tonight in the 602 late models. I was wondering where you guys was. It's good to have you back. Here comes Roby and Tommy again to get online, to get on here. It's your turn, guys.
Well, you did a good job running that right along, Thomas. We were out there visiting with our good friend Scott Cass from East Tennessee Auto Outlet. Getting ready for My Race Pass qualifying for the Hunt the Front Super Dirt Series. Each car will have 2 laps on the track. Best lap of the 2 will count. Divided the field up into 2 groups for qualifying. Overall fast qualifier in the groups will be our My Race Pass fast qualifier for the evening. My Race Pass is something that if you're a race fan, whether you're at home watching us on huntthefront.tv or if you're here in the stands, you need to sign up for My Race Pass. It's about $8 a year, and it is worth the price because you can get all of the lineups, all of the results, live timing and scoring, not only for this event here this weekend at I-75 Raceway, but at racetracks all over the country each and every night that they are in competition. So be sure to look it up at myracepass.com. Get signed up, and you can follow the action just like Tommy Rowe and I do. That's how we get it done with My Race Pass.
I couldn't live without it, Roby. It's one of the best apps you can have for in the racing business right now. You can pull up all the information. It's right there on your phone. My Race Pass. You can search whatever track. You can go to I-75 here tonight with the Hunt the Front Super Dirt Series, and you can pull all the information up, live timing. You want to follow along with qualifying, you can pull it up right there on your phone. You get the lineups. You want to know about a driver? Hey, you can click on his name. You can search all the information right there as long as they keep their profile up to date on the My Race Pass app. You can find all the information about the drivers and what their favorite food may even possibly be right there on the My Race Pass app. So be sure to get it on your phone. Download it, My Race Pass. You can get it on Android, iPhone. They're compatible with just about any phone out there. Any smartphone, you can get My Race Pass.
Or if it's my case, my dumb phone.
It's not that dumb, Roby.
All right, we're going to do some cleanup work on the racetrack. Got some fluid down on the back straightaway. So while they do that, before we start our My Race Pass qualifying, we're going to step away for a few minutes and pay some bills. We'll be right back on huntthefront.tv.
Introducing Dirt Draft, the online fantasy sports app that's the first of its kind. Sprint cars, late models, modifieds, midgets, you name it, and you can play it on Dirt Draft. Just sign up, enter games, draft your team, and then watch and win points. You can then redeem those points for merchandise, tickets to major events, online subscriptions, pay-per-views, products, and so much more. Dirt Draft features over 350 games from major dirt track series and events each year. You can play unlimited games for just $5.99 a month. Download the app today on the App Store or at Google Play for free, or visit dirtdraft.com to sign up. It's one thing to say you know everything about dirt track racing, but it's another to show the world. So do it today with Dirt Draft.
It rose from humble beginnings in the Valley of the Sun. A sprint car racer saw the need for racing shirts. And now, the vision of Carl Korbacher has resulted in Arizona Sport Shirts helping racers across America spread their message. For the best custom designed shirts, hoodies, caps, koozies, and much more, go to ArizonaSportShirts.com. Be part of history. Arizona Sport Shirts, the original racing shirt.
I'm Steve. I'm the outside parts sales, parts assembly here at Earnhardt Technology Group. I've been with the company since 2006. We have a variety of components. We build some stuff for Cup Series on down that race on Sundays to all the short track guys, including dirt, asphalt, just a variety of parts that those guys would use to build those cars. Yeah, we have the tools that we have here. We have obviously we have a complete machine center. We have engineering capability, as well as in the engineering part of the company, we have access to a chassis dyno and chassis pull down, which is available to anyone that wants to buy the time to get on it. We also have our powertrain department here at Earnhardt Technology Group, where we have the person that we have leading that department has been here for 22 years, has been making a pretty big splash in late model asphalt world as far as drivetrain parts, and he stays pretty busy with that end of the company as well. Really seeing an uptick on both sides as far as the dirt and asphalt. The dirt side of it has been kind of my background for many years, so we kind of had a good direction to go there as far as building components for the dirt guys, and then obviously the asphalt side was pretty well covered when we were racing Cup here at this shop. So we were able to try to stay on the cutting edge of the technology of asphalt and late model, asphalt and dirt late model stuff. So it's been good on both sides. We see both sides doing real well right now.
I'm Gaston Sheely. I run the CNC shop here at Earnhardt Technologies Group. I've been here for 23 years. In our machine shop, we have 7 milling centers, 4 turning centers, and a wire EDM. One of our milling centers is 5-axis, 2 of them are 4th-axis, and one of our lathes has live tooling as well. Since we started here at ETG, we have manufactured over 1,100 different parts, mainly for racing applications. We get most of our ideas for new parts from our existing customers. We have guys that go to the racetrack almost every weekend, talking to those customers, kind of getting a feel for what's needed and what those guys are looking for. And we work directly with some of our bigger vendors and customers to generate what we think will be ideal for the racing world. We take a lot of pride in the work that we do here. All the guys on the floor have motorsports background, whether it be drag racing, sport bike racing, dirt track racing, you name it. And those guys take a lot of pride in their work and have passion for what they do. You can see it in the quality that we turn out.
One of the pain points when it comes to earthwork is not being able to get to as many bids as you'd like to. We've had contractors miss 5 or 6 a month, and by leaning on us, they can then get those done on top of what they were already expecting to do, which then lets them win more projects, lets them grow more, and also not have to hire the personnel to take that over.
Big dreams start with small victories.
Have you thought about what you want to be yet when you grow up? What do you want
For over 30 years, we've manufactured high-quality, reliable, American-made parts. Whether you're cutting your first laps in a quarter midget or competing for thousands of dollars on the biggest stage, Joe's Racing Products will be with you every step of the way. We'll be there for you. Visit us online at joesracing.com.
Dirt Track Fantasy Sports is finally here. Introducing Dirt Draft, the online fantasy sports app that's the first of its kind. Sprint cars, late models, modifieds, midgets, you name it, and you can play it on Dirt Draft. Just sign up, enter games, draft your team, and then watch and win points. You can then redeem those points for merchandise, tickets to major events, online subscriptions, pay-per-views, products, and so much more. Dirt Draft features over 350 games from major dirt track series and events each year. You can play unlimited games for just $5.99 a month. Download the app today on the App Store or at Google Play for free, or visit dirtdraft.com to sign up. It's one thing to say you know everything about dirt track racing, but it's another to show the world. So do it today with Dirt Draft.
And back with you here at I-75 Raceway in Sweetwater, Tennessee. I'm Roby Helm, and alongside I got Tommy Rowe, and we are getting set for Hunt the Front Super Dirt Series group qualifying. Got Nathan Waddell in the pit area as he'll be chasing the guys around in the Earth Tech hot pit, and we're still continuing to clean up some oil that was put down by, I think they said, one of the front-wheel drive cars. And I think they emptied it all on the racetrack all the way around. So the pack trucks are out. They put some dirt down on it, working on that over in turn number 3. So you can see that shine down there on the inside of the front straightaway. There's the skid steer working over in turn number 3, trying to get some loose dirt down on that oil put down. So we are just a couple of minutes away from My Race Pass qualifying. Again, we'll have 2 groups. Divided our 29-car field up into 2 groups. Qualifying will determine the starting lineups for our 4 heat races that'll be coming up later on tonight. And those heat races will be very competitive, because only the top few drivers will go on to the big show. Everybody else will have to come back and try to get through one of 2 last chance qualifying races to fill in the back half of the field. So, of course, tonight, 50 laps, $10,000 to win. So you want to get a good seat for that one.
Yeah, a little different format than your usual Friday night shows. Usually you qualify and you'll go straight to the last chance qualifiers and the main events on the Friday portion of the program. But being $10,000 to win, championship weekend, a lot of things up for grabs here this weekend. We're going to have the whole full program here on Friday night with the Hunt the Front Super Dirt Series. Going to be absolutely amazing program. Got a lot of money up for grabs here this weekend. Over $100,000 in purse money up for grabs throughout the weekend for these drivers, including $20,000 to win tomorrow night. We're also going to crown a $50,000 champion here this weekend. Brandon Overton, 84 points ahead in the Hunt the Front Super Dirt Series standings. Second place, going to pay out $25,000 in the Hunt the Front Super Dirt Series standings. And you got quite a few drivers competing for that here this weekend. The top 2nd through 4th separated by 34 points in the standings. So you got quite a few storylines shaping up here this weekend. We're still getting the mess cleaned up over here in turn number 3 and 4. We'll get ready to go qualifying very, very shortly.
And with that kind of money on the line, you're always going to have some kind of drama.
Oh, you can guarantee it. Drama is going to be the name of the game here this weekend, but you wouldn't want to have it any other way. Championship weekend, we came to see the drama. That's what the fans came to see. We want to see the drama, want to see the excitement, and we got a lot of great bad fast drivers in the pits ready to put on a show for the race fans.
And speaking of that drama, how would you like to be Glenn Powell, the first guy out to qualify on this racetrack that has had this oil put down on it? They're doing the best they can to get it cleaned up and doing a pretty good job at that. But there's always that one little spot they might miss, and you're the guinea pig. You're the first guy out. So Glenn Powell, a little drama for him out of Niota, Missouri. The Reaper will be the next guy out. Ryan Gustin out of Marshalltown, Iowa, in the 19R machine. Jackson Highs, he's in a battle of his own with Caden Mullinex for the ATC Bolts Rookie of the Year title this year. He's kind of got a comfortable lead of, think, about 96 points over Caden for that Rookie of the Year title, but you never know what can happen. So Jackson Highs will be the third guy out.
There you see right there on your screen right now the most previous winner of the Hunt Front Super Dirt Series, Zach Mitchell, the South Carolina driver. And number 57, the Coltman Farms, number 57, picked up the win at the Talladega Short Track. It picked up another win a few weekends ago for the Thunderhill Raceway, or last race that I was at. Got to call a race with Zach Mitchell picking up a win. So he's been on quite the roll lately, looking to pick up some more money here this weekend and make his way up through the standing. Currently fourth right now, trying to make up that ground for that $25,000.
He's kind of been the hottest guy in the bullpen out there. Of course, I say bullpen with Coltman Farms, So, he got hooked up with that team about halfway through the season, and he's been on fire ever since then with 3 wins. So he'll be one to watch tonight.
Yeah, that's definitely been a great combination. And there you see the 26 of Glenn Powell. Like you said, he'll be the test dummy. He'll be out first here in qualifying because they're still rolling around the track right now, not doing much work, just kind of rolling it in right now. So we should be just about getting ready to go, as that liquid is kind of soaking through the racetrack, and it looks like we just may have a good racing surface here tonight. We had a lot of rain come through the area overnight and last night and a little early this morning, and made for a very tacky, hooked-up racetrack. Should see some very fast times there qualifying.
There's the Mac Daddy, National Dirt Late Model Hall of Famer, Dale McDowell out of Chickamauga, Georgia. That's out of the Chattanooga area, right down I-75 from here. And Dale knows this place pretty well. And one thing about him is he will be the 15th and final driver to come out in Group A. So he's kind of hoping this track will be cleaned up enough and he can come out and do what Dale McDowell does, and that's go fast around I-75 Raceway or any racetrack he's at for that matter. Of course, he is carrying on the legacy of the great late Scott Bloomquist with that Team Zero 17M machine, wrenched by his brother, Shane McDowell. So he'll be one to watch. Another guy I'm going to be watching tonight, and you and I talked about this earlier before we went on the air, I-75 Raceway. This is Corey Hedgecock's house. Yeah, you may have heard about Corey Hedgecock from watching the World 100 and races like that, where he's really showed up and shown out. And he's from right down the road. His shop's about 12 miles from here in Loudon, Tennessee. And in car number 23, he'll be the fourth guy out in Group A qualifying.
Well, Roby, it looks like we're going to have our first car rolling down the hill on the 26 machine. We'll see if they'll roll them down even further. It looks like we're just about ready to go for qualifying Group 1.
Got him in the chute, as we call it here at I-75 Raceway, as he is right at the break in the wall. I see a guy down leaning on the wall. He's got the My Race Pass out. He's ready to bring him out. Wave to everybody. You're on TV worldwide. Standing next to that 26 car. All right, I just heard Travis Scott next door, our race director, say, "Let's go, guys." And here comes Glenn Powell out of Niota, Missouri, car number 26. He'll roll out on the speedway. He sees that shine on the racetrack, and he will be coming around to Will Dyke's green flag. He is on the clock. He'll be joined on the speedway by the Reaper, Ryan Gustin, out of Marshalltown, Iowa, in car number 19R. So Glenn Powell will be coming around to take the white flag. 1 down, 1 to go.
First lap time for Powell will be a 15.802 around the speedway. Gustin on lap number 1. He'll go 13.714. 13.714 looking for Powell to pick it up on lap number 2. As Gustin works down the back straightaway, checker flag is out for Powell. He will go 15.202. Pick it up just a little bit. Gustin on lap number 2 will go faster. 13.584.
So they'll finish up their qualifying runs and head for the gate to exit the speedway in turn 1 and make way for our next 2 drivers. Jackson Highs out of Ocala, Florida in the 388 car. He leads the ATC Bolts Rookie of the Year point standings. He's 8th overall in points. And joining him rolling down the hill, the 23 car out of Loudon, Tennessee. The BMF Race Cars house car for Corey Hedgecock. He's not only a car builder, he's an engine builder with Eagle Racing Engines. As they both come around and take the green flag, white flag coming out.
Doubled up on the screen. Jackson Heights go 13.668. Second quick right now of the 3 drivers. Hedgecock on lap number 1 will be quick time 13.288 for Hedgecock. So to the top of the leaderboards for Corey Hedgecock in the 23 car. High second lap time. Not going to be quicker. It'll be 13.668 on lap number 1. He'll keep it.
And we've just been told that we're letting the cars take an extra lap after taking the checkered flag. Normally we would pull them to the infield, but with the rain that we had here overnight, just too soupy in the infield right now to bring the cars and park them in the infield until we get completed with the group. So the next 2 cars rolling out on the speedway. The M2 car currently 9th in the point standing, 2nd in the ATC Bolts Rookie of the Year points. Caden Mullinex in the M2 car, and the 29 car out of Winchester, Tennessee, Christian Hanger.
And Mullinex on lap number 1 will go 4th quick with a 13.93. Hanger on lap number 1 will go 5th quick with a 14.369. Looking to pick up the pace on lap number 2. Mullinex on lap number 2 will go 13.693. 4th quick right now. Hanger on lap number 2 will come around. And he'll go 13.997. He'll remain 5th quick.
So Corey Hedgecock still with the time to beat at 13.288. They did get close to the 12s. In hot laps, they were down, about 13.0. So we will wait to see what transpires next as we've got a couple of Tennessee drivers getting set to take to the speedway. Car number 44 out of Cleveland, Tennessee. It'll be John Owenby. And he knows his way around I-75 Raceway. Cleveland just about 30 miles south of here. And joining him out of Rogersville,